Can you have implantation bleeding and still get your period?
Hello, and welcome to our video on understanding implantation bleeding and menstrual cycles. It's a topic that may cause some confusion, and our aim today is to shed some light on it. Can you have implantation bleeding and still get your period? Let's dive into this question.
What is implantation bleeding?
Implantation bleeding is light spotting or bleeding that some women might experience when a fertilized egg attaches itself to the uterus wall. This usually occurs about 10 to 14 days after conception. It's typically lighter in color and lasts shorter than a regular period. Some women might mistake it for their period, especially if it happens around the time they expect their monthly cycle.
Can you have implantation bleeding and still get your period?
The answer is technically no. If you are experiencing true implantation bleeding, it means that you are likely pregnant and you will not have your regular menstrual cycle. This is because your body begins producing pregnancy hormones, such as human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG, which signals your body to stop the menstrual cycle. However, you may still experience what seems like a period after implantation bleeding. This is often referred to as breakthrough bleeding and can be caused by hormonal changes in your body as it adjusts to being pregnant. It is usually lighter and shorter than a regular period.
How can you tell the difference between implantation bleeding and a period?
Implantation bleeding and a regular period can sometimes be hard to distinguish, but there are a few key differences. Implantation bleeding usually occurs a week before your period is due and is lighter, shorter, and may have a different color. Regular menstrual bleeding, on the other hand, lasts for several days and is typically accompanied by other symptoms such as cramping and bloating. It's important to note that not all women experience implantation bleeding, and its absence doesn't mean that you aren't pregnant. If you're unsure whether you're experiencing implantation bleeding or a period, it's recommended to take a pregnancy test or consult with a healthcare professional. In conclusion, while you cannot technically have implantation bleeding and still get your period, you might experience light bleeding or spotting in early pregnancy that can be confused with a period. Understanding the differences between implantation bleeding and menstrual bleeding can help identify potential signs of early pregnancy. As always, if you have any concerns, it's best to reach out to a healthcare provider. Thank you for watching, and we hope this video has been helpful in clarifying your questions on implantation bleeding and menstrual cycles.